That's all right.
And
And oh, I think are we live?
I see a live in the thing. I need to pull up my chat. I don't have it.
Hello, everyone. If we are live, I'm going to be checking. Oh, we are live. Hello. We are live. Hello, okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Abby. And
I'm Natalie.
And oh my God, we're live. We are here to be discussing The Girl King by Mimi Yu. This is this is the first book in our new monthly book club. I'm so excited. It's the Court of Dreamers book club. Oh, there's a lot of static. Static.
I can't hear it on my end, so.
Okay. It could just be me. That's fine.
I hear you loud and clear.
Good. All right. Hello, everyone. So, this has been a ride. We've had quite a few technical difficulties, but we're here. We're good. And we are going to be discussing, again, this book. I am hearing a lot of static. Can you guys let me know in the chat if you guys are hearing static or if it's just me? Trying to see. I just don't know if it's me or not. Hello, everyone. I'm like being a super cheat, and I have the chat on my phone so I can watch people.
I'm cooking it up right now. Oh, I don't want to see myself. That's weird. Okay.
So as people are joining, we are going to be, again, talking about this. We're going to be starting with some non-spoilers. No static for me. Oh, hello, Shelby. Perfect. Okay, so it's just me. I can deal with it. That's fine. Sweet. Okay. All right. So again, we are going to be I'm talking about all this book, and we're going to be starting with no spoilers for a little bit, kind of get into a little bit our just immediate thoughts. And then we will be getting into all the fun spoilers. And then at the very end, we're going to be showing off our pick for February. And I'm super excited.
Well, Abby's going to be showing it off because I don't have it. I don't have anything today. I just have invisible books today, guys. Just pretend I'm holding it up.
That is completely fine. Completely fine. Okay, so how about initial thoughts? What'd you think?
I gave this book a 2 out of 5 stars. And I went into it really, really wanting to love it. And even after I started not liking, I really, really wanted to love it. I think this book the premise had so much potential. Yeah. But I do think that the execution was not as strong as it could have been. So it wasn't there for me in all aspects, really.
Yeah. Honestly, same. I went in being like, yes, this is going to be so like kick butt. It's going to be amazing. And I was so disappointed. I gave it oh my God, I don't know. You probably can't hear it. Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you. Okay. Oh, wait. Nope. Never mind. I can't hear you. I lied.
Okay. Can you hear me okay now? Can you hear me?
No. I can't hear you. No.
What did I do?
Oh, wait. I hear you a little bit. Turn it up, maybe? Talk closer.
Can you hear me? Hello?
I swear I hear you very, very lightly for some reason. I don't know why.
Hear me okay now? I ruined it.
It's almost like it's like super muffled, but like I can't hear you.
Okay.
But like there's sound coming. No, it's still really low. Can y'all hear her on y'all's end?
Anybody? Hello?
Where am I hearing you from?
I messed everything up.
If I get like this, I can hear you a little bit.
Shoot.
Maybe it's on my end.
No, they're saying they can't either.
Okay. I was like, maybe it's coming through my headphones, but no, it's not.
You keep talking, and I'm gonna figure it out.
Okay. I don't know what to talk about. But so yeah, for me, I think that, like I said, there was so much potential with this book, but the world building, character development, all of that just, it's almost like there was too much going on in this book and nothing was really focused on. So everything that could have been great was super underdeveloped. Like I didn't fall in love with the world. I didn't fall in love with any of the characters. I really loved Lou as a main character. I thought that she was great, but she could not hold up the book by herself, unfortunately. Especially when you have 3 different points of view. It just didn't work. Any left? No. Okay.
Okay. Can you hear this?
Yes.
Success. Okay, we're just gonna be wearing big, bulky headphones. That's fine. Okay. Welcome back. Okay, so I don't know why those decided to stop working, but okay. So yeah, I mean, I completely agree. I thought that they were all really, really. Oh my god. I'm sorry. This static is gonna be driving me to craziness. I don't know how you guys can hear it, but I can't, or how I can hear it, but you can't.
That's weird. Maybe it's your computer.
That's better. Okay, so, but yeah, I feel like they had tried so hard to just jam pack as many great things in the book as possible, and so therefore everything was just so underdeveloped that it was horrible. Like I could not really stay like on track with one thing because nothing really seemed very succinct. Nothing ever seemed like really fleshed out, I guess.
Yeah, the way I was thinking about it, like the one way I could describe this book was like this book is a child and you send this child into a room full of toys and they can't pick a toy to like learn how to play with. Like that's what I was thinking about like when I was reading this. I was like, wow, this is just like you have your hands in too many different directions.
Yeah.
And you're not taking the time to develop this one thing because I really loved some of the aspects that were in this book. The magic, I think that it would have been interesting had we gotten more of it.
Yeah.
But I think that this book would have been way better had it been one point of view. And those things be kind of something that Lou is seeing from her point of view, and that's how it's developed. So
yeah. I think one thing, hello, evil father. That's a fun name. So yeah, I think one of the things that really just made me so sad was, is how you say his name? Is it Nokai? Because that's what I kept saying in my head.
That's what I kept thinking too.
Okay. I loved him. I loved him as a character. I just thought that he was like a cute little cinnamon roll. I really felt that's what the author was trying to make him out to be. And I was like, yes, I agree. And so I didn't understand the whole like enemies to friends to love. We're doing spoilers, guys. we're doing spoilers.
I had to preface that. Yeah.
So because that's the classic look, that's the classic attitude for this book, that it's the the enemies to lovers trope. And I just felt like the things that he hated about her and her family were too big for him suddenly just to forget because he thought that she was fierce and really pretty.
Well, the thing is that they had a past relationship. Yeah. So there was this established friendship, relationship, but I feel like the romance would have been a little bit easier to swallow had that been developed more. Had we known more about it, gotten a bigger look into it earlier on, because we did get kind of a little bit of, I guess, a look into what happened when they were younger, but not much. And it happened so late in the book when like the romance was already starting to happen that it just like, it didn't help you believe the romance could happen based on those issues. So it was I didn't care for the romance. I liked Nakai though. He was nice.
Yeah, I really, really liked him. And then I just, my thing is I really wanted to see what was going to happen between, or like what had happened between Nokai Set and Lou. I wanted to know how that scuffled out so much earlier than it wound up happening.
Yeah.
Like I felt like we actually kind of got robbed from that a little bit, because I was like ready. I was so ready to hear that relationship, and no.
Well, yeah, because it kept referencing it. It referenced it so many times, and it's just like, can you please just tell me what happened?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's such an important thing. And I do think that it would have really helped with their development as, like, the relationship. It would have helped a lot.
Yeah. What were your thoughts on, so one of my favorite scenes unfortunately happened very, very soon at the very beginning of the book, when she found out that Set was being named heir, and she was pretty much like, no, you know what? I'm going to turn our like little ceremony into a huge challenge now. So we're now going to fight, and we're now going to go. And it was interesting. Like, that was one of my favorite things of her, just being like, nah, man, you think you're getting what you want, but you're not.
That was a great scene. It definitely made me really enjoy her character. Like, I was like, yeah, I like this girl.
Yeah.
I can't say that I had a favorite scene, though.
Yeah.
At all. Like, I really, really didn't. But that was a really good one, for sure.
Yeah. I think one of the things, like you said, this book kind of how it really felt like it was jumping all over the place. I really felt like there was no resolution or no understanding or ending to the two older guys that I've already forgotten names already.
Omer and Yuri.
Yes. Look at you.
I guess his name is, yeah, I don't even have a book. Yeah, I don't know how they knew each other.
And like, because we never really got too much backstory with them, and I guess I assume, of course, that we're gonna be getting more, like later, like I guess in further books, maybe we're gonna find out more about what's going on with the two of them, where they are now, because the last we saw, the other guy's just stuck in the dungeon.
Yeah, and then the other one helped her get away, but we never saw him again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like for how long this book was.
This was a long book.
It was almost 500 pages. There are a lot of, like, loose ends and a lot of things that you're just like, well, what happened there? What happened there? And it's like, and that's because, again, there was too much going on in it.
Yeah. And then poor Min. I feel
I don't like her.
But I also, exactly, yeah. I feel for her, but I also don't like her. Like, at all. I don't like her character.
I didn't feel for her at all. I'm surprised you did. That's good that you did. Maybe I just have no heart.
And I guess it's hard because I can't, was it this book that I'm already, like, confusing books that I've read because I think read too many too close to each other. Yeah. But there was one book at one point during this month where I had, like, shouted out into the universe being like, I don't understand.
Yes, that was this book. I remember.
Yes, okay. Yeah, I was like, I don't understand sibling relationship. I don't understand, like, the fascination, and, like, I was so confused, and I just did not understand their relationship whatsoever.
Yeah, see, for me, being a sibling, I was like, this is such a terrible sibling relationship. Like,
okay, good to know.
And it didn't make sense because Lou loves her sister.
Mm-hmm.
She would do anything for her sister. But then you have this younger sister who wouldn't, and who is going to choose her cousin husband, which, again, that part annoyed me so much. She kept saying cousin husband. I was like, stop it. But yeah, it just, to me, it didn't make sense, because usually, like, your younger sibling, you look up to your older sibling, and not in, like, a jealous way, more of like a, I want to be like you type of way. So it didn't make sense to me either.
Yeah, and I feel like at one point, like at the very beginning of the book, Min had that feeling of like, she's my big sister, I idolize her, but it quickly kind of warped into just something weird. Like, it was almost like this jealousy that Lou even like existed kind of thing. Like it was just weird.
Yeah, it was weird. And honestly, I guess I can see how it can happen because I feel like the parent thing was probably a lot to do with it because the father liked Lou better and the mother liked Min better. Yeah. So I do feel like that had a little bit to do with it, but at the same time, each person or each of them had a parent that was attentive to them. So it just, it's not like they were like losing out on both parents. They were only really losing out on one, and both of them felt that. But Lou didn't let it like
affect her really at all.
Yeah, affect her relationship with her sister. So
yeah. Karen had asked, do you think she did it because of her mother? And I think definitely so. Like I think she wanted to get the approval of her mother. Min did so much because her father, I guess, didn't really pay a lot of attention to her. But I don't know. And then, and then once they found out they were half sisters, Min became even more unbearable. So that's very true. The minute she found out that Lou was not her actual sister, it was like everything was down the tube.
Yeah, but they were still sisters.
Yeah.
They're still your half sister. It's not like I'm not related to you. So you know what? The past however many years don't matter. You're not my sister anymore. Like
this
that was super unrealistic too. Yeah. I feel like usually the characters have like I don't know, like an issue back and forth. Like I don't know what to do. Not okay, I'm gonna flip and just kind of disown her. Like that was very weird to me as well.
Yeah. And then this whole ghost thing that was in Min, like the whole like the girl, I was confused, so confused by that.
I wish that wouldn't have been a part of it because it was confusing. I agree.
Because that was Lou's mother, the ghost of Lou's. Yes. Okay.
Well, it wasn't. It was like
a.
It wasn't her, but it was like almost like an imprint of her.
Yeah.
Like an imprint of her power.
And it was like all of her rage and stuff too. It was like all of her like hate and stuff.
Yeah, and to me, that also again goes against like if that was Lou's mother, you think that would kind of influence Min to love her sister more.
Yeah.
Less. So.
Yeah. And then just like another character that I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but just the other characters
all over the place.
Yeah, that's true. Brother, whatever his name is, the priest oracle-y-ish guy. Yeah, the creepy old dude. That was like spending a lot of like private time with men, which was weird.
Yeah, I was like, what if he like does something?
I was honestly like
waiting for. I was like, oh my god, he's gonna like.
I was waiting for a scene to pop up with that because like this book did not shy away from anything. Oh. So I was like waiting for that.
Because Nokai almost got raped.
That was one of the scenes that actually like genuine. So okay, it's weird because I don't want to use the word happy because I'm never happy that something like that is in a book, but boys being that's never shown in literature. It's always women. So I like the fact that there is attention being brought to the fact that this does happen, unfortunately, in this book. But that scene did still really, really take me by surprise, and I was not ready for it.
I feel like it was not executed poorly, but like honestly, I just don't think I liked the idea that all of these soldiers are evil. Like I would have really liked a scene where like that scene, but have another soldier come and stop him, almost like as a reparation, not just breeze over it. I do think it was breezed over too much. Like I know Lou killed him, but I would have liked to see like someone else come in and be like, "Frick are you doing?" So I do think it could have been executed better, but I like you said, I did like that it was not like that it was in there, but it was good to see that was being represented as well.
Yeah, I don't know. And then I don't know how I feel about, well, okay, I guess I like the fact that this book shows that women can be just as tough, if not more, than men, because that's what Lou is. Like, she's just a tough chick. She really is. Yeah. And I also really like the fact that Nokai is just not, he's not a fighter. He's not someone who enjoys doing the things that manly men like to do, but he will do what he needs to do to try to protect Lou as much as he can, especially as his feelings start to develop more and more. But I felt like, again, Nokai just kind of felt like a soft little cinnamon roll, but that was really about it. I really felt like we didn't get another side to his character. Like, I felt like, again, I felt like the characters were really underdeveloped.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. It was almost like he was just there to be there at points. And it sucks because I really liked the idea of the shapeshifters.
Like, I wanted more of that so much.
Yeah, honestly, I wish that was the only magic there was in this book, because I think that was the strongest magic, but it was the most weakest like execution of magic, because there was very little of it. And I know that it has to do with that, like no one else can do it.
Yeah, like it's all kind of extinct because they were all wiped out kind of thing.
But it would have been nice because even when he first shifted, I was so confused as to how it worked. And I still am. I still don't know how it works. Like, is it like he's a werewolf, or is it like the spirit comes into him and like, or he goes in? I don't even know.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that they had even shown, like, the fact that they mentioned shape-shifting, like, in the synopsis within the dust jacket, I was expecting so much more. I was of shape-shifting.
I didn't read the dust jacket, so I didn't know that it said that. Because the first time it said, they called it slip skin, and I was like, okay, are you going to tell me what a slip skin is?
At first, I was like, literally just like, because this book was already so gruesome in some points, I was expecting almost like something like really like his skin literally like slipping off and him just like bursting into wolf form. I was really thinking of like Jacob from Twilight. That's the vibe I was getting, but like really, really gruesome.
Yeah.
And that wasn't it.
No, I would have been okay with them being called shapeshifters. But slipskin seemed like it was a very derogatory word.
Yeah, agreed.
So,
agreed.
So yeah.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. Let's see what, because I was so sad because I always feel like whenever I have red or orange tabs, that's when I'm like, yeah, bad book. And I had I don't know if you can see, quite a few orange. I had a lot of orange. Trying to see what. Oh, how did you feel about the character just set in general? How'd you care about him?
He was like a 10-year-old child who had tantrums.
Yeah.
And who was jealous. Like, he had so many tantrums. Like, I think that he could have made a really great villain had his character been not so, like, petty, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. Because he holds on to this resentment of Lou and Noak. That's Noak, whatever. This time when they were younger and they beat him up, but we didn't know about that. But yeah, I just feel like, I don't know, he just seemed very petty, and I didn't like it. And I think that he could have been a much better villain had he been more developed, and two, not so childish, I guess.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. And I feel like he really didn't have a lot to bring to the table, because once he had men on his side, it's like men kind of took over as the villain pretty much. Yes. Like, she was the villain in my eyes, and Set was just the inconvenient sidekick that was supposed to be the main villain but wasn't.
Yeah, and then even then, Min wasn't a good villain.
Nope.
Yeah, I think that it would have been great to see some interaction between Set and Lou before everything, but they had zero interaction.
Yeah.
Like, before she left. Like, they didn't have an interaction until, I guess, the end of the book. Did they even have an interaction there?
Very briefly.
Did they fight? Yeah. So,
because they tried to, but then Noke pretty much like.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought happened.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so it was weird. And then you have Min, who also was supposed to be a villain, I guess. And there was really no interaction between her and Lou either.
Yeah.
Like I guess there was no like conflict, or I don't know.
No, I agree. There seemed to be no conflict except for the fact that Lou was trying to get her rightful place as heir, which was noble of her, but I guess obviously we can't understand the feelings that she would be going through, so it was just really hard to connect to Lou as a character, because I was like, yes, you're trying to get your kingdom back when pretty much no one wants you on the throne. Like no one. And I get it. You know, I think the main point of this book is about showing that women can rule just as well as men can, and I think that it's very true. Women can do things just as well as men can, but I just felt like there needed to be another thing happening, and there was, but just not until later. Like I feel like this whole thing of the other world, the whatever world, the inner
thing, Eunice.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
The in between, is that what it's called?
Yeah, the in between.
I was so confused by that because the first chapter. Oh, really? See, the first chapter like focused on the three siblings, and then we didn't see them again forever. So I had forgotten all about that chapter because I was just trying to understand what was happening between the sisters, and then suddenly they pop up again, and I'm like, wait, who are you? What's going on? Like, I didn't understand.
Yeah, it was all confusing. I feel like a lot of the conflict in this book was very internal for the characters.
Yeah.
So when you go through a book and everything is internal, there's not much happening. Yeah. And then when stuff did happen, like the action scenes were like action scenes. Like they were like so short. And I even told you, I was like, I remember texting you, I just read the most boring assassination ever, or assassination attempt. And I was just like, is this really like, like you have, a 500-page book and your assassination attempt is like 2 pages. No one is like dying or fighting. They just run. So it was just, I think it would have been more hard hitting had it been like this huge fight. And again, I think that there should have been people who fought for Lou. I feel like it's very unrealistic that nobody fought for Lou.
Even if we would have gotten, like, I can totally see, you know, it kind of being the very standard, all the other royals and kind of higher ups would want Set on the throne because he's a man. But I would definitely envision there being like a lot of the villagers, like a lot of the lower down classes would want to rise up and see someone different on their throne, especially since it sounds like all of Lou's ancestors killed off thousands of people. They were basically like huge, like they were just not good rulers, it sounded like.
Yeah. And we're talking about that Eunice guy, how we never saw him again.
Mm-hmm.
Or is his name? He's Yuri. Sorry, Yuri. I really would have liked to see him die. As mean as that sounds, I would have liked to see him stand and fight for her. Yeah. Because he pretended to like try to hurt her, and I get that, but I think it would have been more beneficial for her had he been like, you run, I'll stand and fight and try to give you as much time as possible. I would have loved to see a scene like that, because I think that it would have been more impactful than, hey, pretend to
shove me off as hard as you can.
Yeah, and I'll fall off.
Also, I think
sacrifice is noble.
Yeah, and then also seeing him like maybe gather her an army, like while her and Noke are running, him going from town to town trying to procure her an army so she can turn around and fight Zed. So that way she's not trying to find her own army this entire time.
Yeah, it seemed like all he really he cared more about his self-preservation than actually helping her. But he also didn't want her to die.
Yeah, this needed to be more like Kingdom of Ash, where they all separate and all bring back their own armies. That's what this needed.
I think that would have been great.
Yeah.
That would have been cool to see. But
yeah. But, and then also, can we talk about this, like, forced romance between Lou and that prince that she promised to marry?
Well, yeah, I was actually gonna say something about that earlier, that it was because we were talking about how she didn't want to marry Set, and she was like this strong woman.
And yet,
and at the end, she's gonna marry a guy anyway.
I don't understand.
I don't either.
And then also, what makes me so angry was that he seemed like a nice enough guy, but one of my biggest frustrations with this book was that all the stuff seemed to happen while someone was knocked out or someone was asleep. So, like, all the big scenes. So, like, Noke was knocked out when the prince and Lou got to know each other. So, like, we never got to see him fall in love with Lou.
Yeah.
We just got to see him go up to Noke and pretty much be like, hey, I dig her. What does she like? What does she like to do? Like,
quirky.
She likes to go for a walk.
And it really makes you, like, just not for it. Because you're like, this, like, came out of left field. Where'd it come from?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't like the whole engagement thing because I think it goes against everything that this book is trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's still in a position where she's having to marry someone in order to get her throne back, which that's what she was trying to avoid.
I mean, I feel like she could have just married Set and then killed him in his sleep.
Yes.
Problem solved.
That would have been a great story.
Now she's Empress. She could have avoided the entire thing.
Yeah. I would have been okay with that.
I just
yeah.
Just kind of like, was there anything that you liked? Was there anything that cool. I'm trying to think
real hard about that one.
I have two pink things. Two pink. Oh, yep. So the first one was at the very end when she said, like when she pretty much was like, no, I'm not marrying you. So that scene I said was my favorite. I have that one. Oh, that's literally it. I'm sorry. Never mind. I thought this other one was pink, but it's purple. So that's just me putting down like information that I wanted to remember to talk about. Never mind. I'm so sorry. That was it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, there wasn't. This book was just very all the same to me. There was really nothing that stood out, unfortunately. And I feel like there was a lot of problematic things in this book as well.
Yeah. Also, there were so many animal deaths. So many. And I was not ready for that. Like all the elk, the horse that they had to ride, the horse that Set rode into battle. I was like, no. I was like, this is not okay. I am not okay with this. And they were describing it in like gruesome detail. And I'm just like, I'm not here for this.
I don't remember any of that.
Yeah. Like they talked about at one point when Lou, in the same scene when she was running and Lou wound up killing her like maid's little brother. Is that who she is technically? She like shot the horse or the elk or whatever like out from under him.
Oh yes.
And it like literally was a line being like she like stepped past the elk as it twitched or something like that. And I'm like, that was not necessary.
Yeah.
Not necessary.
It's funny because that was the only thing that was probably graphic. Other people dying was not graphic.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. Yeah.
I was like, I would rather have tons of people dying than one animal death. I am not here for the animal deaths.
Yeah, no, I getcha.
Yeah.
I also wasn't there for, what was her name? Nock's sister. We haven't talked about her.
Oh,
Nestle?
I forgot all about her, but yeah, it's like Nasan.
Right?
Nasan or something like that. Nah. I wrote, hang on, I wrote something about that. I don't like the fact that pretty much in this book, again, this author is all about how females are great, females deserve power just as much as men do, and yet Nasan and her were like at each other's throats the entire time. But it was like, I'm gonna smile and be nice to you when I need something, but I hate you.
Yeah, I really wish they would have come together in a better way. Like they did at the end. I feel like they came kind of together at the end a little bit.
Kind of, yeah.
But I wish that they would have started that like sooner, because it probably by the end it would have progressed to something that was kind of close to frenemies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like the whole Nock thing at the end either.
Nope. Yeah, I when it first happened, I was like, if he really is, I'm done. That's it.
You're right.
That's it. I'm out. No more. Because I mean, while I don't think there are any great characters, I think he's my favorite. I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I would agree.
So I was like, God, if he's gone, then what else is there? What's left?
Well, I just feel like that was unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like it was unnecessary to have him die.
Yeah.
And it was unnecessary because you knew he wasn't going to.
Yeah.
Because he was the pact maker, and that was really important. So I just wish they would have killed someone else. Kill his sister.
Yeah. I'm honestly really getting tired of this whole to death and then back to life. It's like authors want the shock factor, but they refuse to kill off their main characters.
Yeah. And
that, I will say, that is one reason why I have to give props to Cassandra Clare. She is not afraid to kill off a character.
No,
she's not afraid.
She kills children all the time.
My heart. But
yeah,
so I just...
And it was just like, I don't know. I felt like this book was very repetitive, to be perfectly honest, as well.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how many times Nasan ran ahead and Lou was like, we'll be right behind you, go.
Yeah.
I think that happened like 3 or 4 times, and I was just like, okay, something's going to happen to them, and it's just going to happen again. And I was like, I already know Noga's not going to make it. So it's like, it was just so repetitive. Like, even some of the things that the character said, especially with Min, like, it was just this repetitive thing that they kept thinking over and over, and it's just like, I get it.
Yeah. Yep. I feel like, again, this is one of those books that I just thought it tried. It deserves one of those gold stars that says you tried. That's what it deserves. Yeah. You tried so hard. But yeah. I think again, the author just tried to jam pack so much into it. And they just didn't know what direction to take it in.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I really wish they would have gone in the shape-shifting direction, because that was my favorite part.
Yeah.
And I think the idea of it is so cool. Like, what I know of it is really cool. And I wish I was up for reading the next book, because I want to see him bring the packs together. I want to see him bring it back. And it's just like...
Well, because especially at that, like, near that very end, you, like, had him walking and all the animals, like...
Yes. So it's like, is he going to be able to shapeshift into every animal? Is that what a pact maker is? Like, I want to know that.
I'm trying to figure out, like, between that he pretty much like told them so that way he can distribute them to people that, because all the clans are technically like annihilated, right? Or are all those people that were in the labor camps, are those all people that
they
I don't
have a connection to it, I think is
okay.
what they can't, and what is it, I think it's called their call or
yeah
like I think it's that they don't have a connection to it anymore, so they can't access it.
and I wonder
I think he's supposed to help them access it, but again, don't know because there was no world building.
Yeah.
Or magic building. But yeah, I think it definitely had so much potential in certain aspects, for sure. If it was like half of the plots were cut in half, then we would have been good.
I just think that this book was so long for nothing to have happened. Well, some things happened, but you know, like not enough did, I think, to justify how long this book was.
Well, the one thing you said was it should have been like a Throne of Glass, how everyone goes their separate ways, but at the same time, like I feel like that is what happened almost.
Yeah.
But it happened too early. Like there was everyone went apart too early, and you're spread out, and it's just, well, actually you had two characters that were together, but it just none of it made sense, I guess.
Yeah, and I feel like with Nasan, I felt like I kept thinking that she was gonna ultimately betray them. I felt like because I felt like the author was almost trying too hard to make us not trust her, just for some type of shock factor that never came.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that because when I first met her, that's what I thought too. I was like, oh, she's gonna betray them. Don't trust her.
Yeah, something. And then also, like, I really wanted more of Nasan's crew to come with them, because like she had like her lieutenant and all those people, and I'm like, why didn't they come with you? Like, that's extra muscle that you could have used.
Yeah.
Like,
well, it would have made sense for them all to go because they're going to an army. So combine the armies, but I don't know. You're right, that didn't make sense.
yeah. And then I just felt like I was just so confused why they thought that the in between, that all those people would really be able to help them anyways. Like,
yeah. I don't know.
I mean, I felt like they were laying all their trust on Nasan because she was the one that kind of told them about it in the first place. And yet, I know it's his sister, but why would you trust this girl after so long of not even knowing she was alive, let alone, I don't know. Everything felt fishy. So I was just like waiting for something to happen, and nothing did.
Yeah, no. I get that.
A lot of confusion.
Yeah, there's just a lot of confusion.
Confusion. Just a lot.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, I'm going to see if anybody... Yeah, agreed. Someone said, because they separated too early, we didn't see Lou and Min's relationship before it went south. I feel like we didn't get any, like, I didn't understand why they suddenly, well, basically why Min hated Lou so much, because there was no really big relationship beforehand anyways with them. All we got to see was Min constantly being jealous and envious of Lou and wanting to be her. That's really all we had.
Yeah. Yeah. Just nothing was pre-developed in this book. Yeah. And I feel like it made everything mean less almost.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing was as impactful as it could have been. Because I feel like having your sister turn against you should be super impactful. But for me, I was just like, it's just stupid.
Like, okay, cool.
Yeah. So, okay, you child. Go away. And honestly, I don't even know how old Min was. She had to have been really young.
Because how old was Lou? Was Lou 8?
Lou, I think, was
6?
17?
17?
Probably 16 to 18, somewhere between there.
Yeah, because Min, I felt like she was like 14. Like, she just seemed so young to me.
Yeah, I think she was younger because she was talking about how she just got her period, which, again, was filled with like 10 pages of talking about someone's period.
Yeah. So that meant that even if she's a late bloomer, she would have only been like 11 or 12.
Yes. Oh, that's weird.
Oh, that's really gross. I don't think I ever, like, I never connected that.
Oh, no.
I think my brain refused to connect that.
That made it even worse.
Wow.
How was that? He had to be like 20.
At least, because he was a little bit older than Lou.
Oh my gosh, and her
Oh God.
Really?
So like I'm like revisiting all those scenes between her and brother now. Like, that's even grosser now. Like, all the way that and like how he got so excited when he found out that Min was on her period. Oh,
yeah, I didn't understand why that. Like, I didn't like that either. Like, yay, go menstrual cycle representation, but okay, there's a point where it's just like too much.
Yeah, well, because then also like, because she kept being also. Did we ever find out what came of that crystal necklace that Set was like so unwilling to get rid of, but yet he gave it to her and then she wore it all? Did we ever find out the significance to that necklace?
I think that
was that like the key to unlock?
No, I think that was where he realized that she had magic.
Maybe.
I think that was the point, because I think that came from Eunice. I think that's where it came from.
Okay.
So I think it was like it had magical like
elements, properties. Yeah.
Maybe it was just a rock.
Maybe. And he was just he really liked it for some reason and didn't want to give it to her.
It was meaningful, but we never got told why.
It's his special rock.
Yeah.
Someone said, I think it was
an 11-year-old when you want to marry them.
Yeah. Karen said, I think it was nasty that the priest brother wanted her period blood. Yeah, that was really gross.
Oh, yeah. See, that was, again, another thing that was just, like, too weird. I was like, okay, that's just too weird.
Yeah. All right,
like,
so...
could have taken, like, blood.
Just blood. We could have... Prick your finger.
Please.
That's it. Or nosebleed, even if you had to. Like, that'd be less gross.
Yeah, there were just some weird things in this book.
Yeah. So, yeah, overall, neither of us liked it very much. So here's the question. Are you going to be continuing in the series when the next one comes out?
No, and I was so glad that I did not buy it. I was thinking that throughout this. I was like, oh my God, I'm so glad this is a library book.
Yeah, and my thing is that I'm trying to get better about not tabbing my book unless I like it. But, like, how do you know?
Yeah,
how do you know? And then also, I do like that I'll be able to look back and be like, yikes, this book. But then also, now I can never try to sell this because it's so marked up.
Oh, because you read that?
Yeah, unless somebody wants my annotated version.
Hey, no. It could be like a commodity in the future.
Who knows? Who knows? Okay, well.
I feel like, yeah, everyone kind of agrees about this.
Yeah, yep, everyone's. Well, the nice thing is that we can pretty much guarantee that we're going to love our February read.
Don't jinx it.
Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Is there any way that we won't, though? Even if we don't love it, there's no way that we won't at least have a good time.
I think we're going to have a grand time.
I think we're going to have a fantastic time.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
I'm actually, like, so excited to announce it. I wonder, because it's so funny. I actually had a couple people asking me when we were going to, like, say what it was. And I was like, ooh, you're going to have to wait until the live show. Like really hyping it up. Okay, so I have a copy of the book. You do not, do you?
I don't yet.
How do you not?
Because I'm trying to behave.
My goodness. Okay, well, I have it, so I can hold it up, and I'm super. Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
Can you give us like a model of the book, please? Like I want to see like the inside. No.
Oh, I would be more than happy to.
Because I haven't seen it in person yet.
Yes. All right. So, for February, we are reading King of Scars by Lee Bardugo. Yeah. I'm so excited.
Me too.
So excited. Okay, so this is the pretty dust jacket. It's so pretty on the inside.
I have my eyes.
Like it's so.
See,
so
I think
pretty.
I'm gonna like this one better than the Illumicrate one.
I'm excited to see them both side by side. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited.
But oh yay, people are so excited. Oh good. Yeah, when we were going through the February books that we were like trying to decide what we wanted to do, we knew this was it. Like this was a very, very
easy month. The first one we picked out. We were like, we already know what February is gonna be, so let's just decide now.
Yeah, and we definitely, even though this one of course came out in January, we want to give people plenty of time to be able to get it, and then give people all month to be able to read it. So that's why we chose it for February. Especially because it came out so late in January too. Like it came out
at the end of the month.
Yeah, so we're super, super excited. Me and you are currently reading, or when are we starting? Ruin and Rising. Have you started that yet? When are we reading that?
Know it. I'm so behind, Abby. I'm so sorry. I have barely started Siege and Storm.
Oh my god. Yeah. So
behind on our buddy reads. Don't hurt me.
So Natalie and I are currently buddy reading the trilogy. I'm also on Crooked Kingdom right now. I wasn't planning on reading the duology as well, but then I was like, I have time. Let's do it.
I probably would have if I hadn't read it recently, but I think I read it in the fall. Or maybe it was the summer, but I just read it. So
I had not I haven't read it since 2016 or early 2017. So I was like, I definitely am due for a reread. So do you recall what our date is for the live show for this? Do you remember?
I have it on my calendar.
I have it written down somewhere. I'd like to be able to just mention it to you guys, and then of course we'll be talking about it more officially on social medias and that kind of stuff. But
this is our tentative date.
Yes.
Assuming Abby doesn't, make better plans.
I'm sorry.
March 1st.
March 1st. Oh, that's right. That's right. We did. Yeah, we're always wanting to do like either the last weekend of the month or the first weekend of the new month to give people like the full month to be able to read something.
Yep.
So yeah, we're doing 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for that date.
Yeah. So 7 Central. Yeah.
Yes.
I always have to like convert it to make sure I'm like.
Always have to make sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I hope that you guys join us. I know that King of Scars is just a big book on everybody's TBR anyways, so we knew that this would be a good one. For people that are probably still trying to think about if they're wanting to read this or not, I do recommend reading the trilogy beforehand. There's people out there saying that you can read King of Scars without ever have read any other Grisha books, and I don't recommend. Don't do it.
People did that with Six of Crows too, and I'm just like, no, I think you need to read the Grisha trilogy first. Like, I feel like you just get more out of it, especially because the Grisha trilogy explains the magic system. Yeah. So we're probably not going to get much explanation of the magic system in King of Scars. So I think it's like the Grisha trilogy is so important. I think people just they don't like it as much, and I'm just like. I love that trilogy.
I love them, and I think rereading them, I know we shouldn't be getting too much into it now, but like I've forgotten how annoying Mal is. Woo.
He's terrible.
Yeah.
He was always my favorite character. I didn't even like remember him after he was just one of those characters I was just like, nah, I'm gonna forget about you.
Yeah.
So.
But I'm excited to read Ruin and Rising because I haven't forgotten how it ends, but I've forgotten pretty much everything in between. I remember how it ends, but I don't remember how we get there. So I'm excited to reread.
Ending, but what I don't remember is what happened to Alina.
Yeah.
I have no idea what happened to her. She could be dead for all I know, and I don't know about it.
Disappeared off the planet. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goodness. But yeah, we are so excited to be bringing King of Scars with you guys. Again, you guys have the whole month to be able to read. So just kind of read at your own pace. What we are going to be updating the Goodreads page. So if you want to do any comments or anything like that, you are more than welcome to. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm excited.
I'm so excited. So do you have anything else you'd like to say about this or this before we head out for the night?
Girl King. King of Stars.
Same.
No, that's pretty much it. I think that we covered pretty much everything. I mean,
yeah.
I feel bad because I feel like this is a very negative.
I'm just so sad because I thought we had picked such a book that was really gonna knock us out and really start well for January. And as I was reading it, I was just like, oh no. So
I was actually really worried going into it because there have been a lot of Asian-inspired fantasy lately. Yeah. And after reading Girls of Paper and Fire,
which is so good, so good.
Because I remember I tried reading a different one. The Empress of All Seasons.
Yeah.
I tried reading that and I was just like, I can't do it. And I feel like it's like the same boat as the Girl King.
Yeah.
And like once you read like a really good Asian inspired fantasy, it's like maybe if we had read that like in a year. Probably not even then, but
yeah. So I agree though. So cool. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us and for sticking around and commenting. We really, really appreciate it. And we will pretty much see you guys in a month. But if you do want to stay caught up with us, we are both on YouTube, of course. I'm trying to do better. You are much better at actually being consistent than I am. So
I suck at it right now.
So bad.
Thank you for making that though. It makes me feel better.
Yeah. But then we are both on Instagram we do Instagram stories, and we are trying to do better about doing more lives on there. I know we had said we were going to do some in January and then didn't.
We need to do the Queen of Air and Darkness one now that I'm done.
Yes, now that you're done, we need to talk about that.
Because I actually have a lot to say about
Same. Okay, so if you want to talk to us on Instagram about Queen of Air and Darkness, we'll be doing a live for that pretty soon. We'll post out about that. But until then, we will talk to you guys on all of our other social medias. So thank you guys again so much for joining us.
Yay.
Oh, good. All right, do I just click stop? All right, that's what I'm going to do. All right, goodbye, guys.
Bye, guys. Is it?